Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Fala. If this is your first time stopping by, you're welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, you already know I love you. Thank you so much for stopping by again. Today we're going to be talking about high interest savings accounts in Canada. If you live in Canada or you're planning to come to Canada at any point, you need to know about high interest savings accounts. What is high interest savings account? Also known as HISA, H-I-S-A. I don't know if people call it HISA, but it looks like HISA to me, so I'm gonna say HISA. So just like the name says, high interest savings account is a savings account that you have but gives you high interest rates. Let me tell you a story. When I initially moved to Canada, so I came with a bunch of money and I opened RBC, like normal traditional bank that everyone opens, RBC, TD, all of that. I decided to go with RBC as my bank, and I put my everyday money in my checking account, and the other remaining money that I brought with me, I put it in my savings account. Tell me why at the end of the month, after putting thousands of dollars, these guys only gave me about $2 in interest. My interest rate was 0.05. I was like, what? You know what? At that point, I didn't even think it was anything bad. I just thought, oh wow, this is how they do it in Canada. Well, not bad. I'll take it. $2 that I didn't work for, I'll take it. Years later, I've come to realize that, bruh, I was wasting my time. I needed to have stacked up my coins and moved to a bank that offers high interest savings account. Anyway, I was still with RBC for like a whole year before I learned about Scotiabank that was offering something called the momentum account. The only downside to the momentum account is that the money, you will put it in a period, like it's almost like a GIC, so like 90 days, 180 days, 270 days. If you don't keep your money in for those days, then you lose out on whatever interest rate they were giving to you. I think at that point, their 1 year interest rate was 1.85. But if you don't keep your money till that period of 1 year, you don't get the interest rate. You get their regular 0.04 something. But fast forward to 2023 that we have the accounts now that your money is not locked in and you're getting high interest on your savings. So that said, with RBC and Scotiabank, I think you can probably see what I'm talking about. Regular traditional banks in Canada will not give you a great interest rate on your savings. They are not known to give good interest rates. The banks that are gonna give you good interest rates in Canada on your savings accounts are online bank. Now we're getting into it. EQ Bank is my favorite bank to put my money in. In fact, that is where all of my emergency fund, my sinking fund are in. EQ Bank currently offers 2.5% on your savings, 2.5% annually. So for example, if we put $10,000, you will get about $20 every month in EQ Bank. Meanwhile, if you put $10,000 in another bank like RBC on 0.05, you probably get like $1 every month or something. So EQ Bank is one of my favorite banks. Absolutely good. They allow interact transfer. I do all my transaction for my RBC to my EQ Bank and it is seamless. I've never had any issue with them before, but they are just a really good bank and they offer good interest rates. Currently, EQ Bank's interest rate is 3.0% on a TFSA account. So if you have a TFSA with EQ Bank and you put your saving in it, it's currently 3.0%. I don't know if it's the same thing for RSC, but TFSA is 3.0%. I'm gonna bring up my account and see how much interest EQ gave to me in the last month on my emergency fund. On January 1, 2023, I received an interest of $12.68 on my emergency fund. And let me tell you, my emergency fund is now up to $10,000 and I received $12.68. Imagine I get that every month, and if you know the power of compounding interest, this $12 is added to my initial money. So next month is definitely going to be higher than that. So EQ is one bank that I'll absolutely recommend if you're looking for a high interest savings account. I am probably going to have a referral link that I'm going to put in the description box. You can use that to sign up if you want to. But EQ is my top bank for my high interest savings account. Another bank that I recommend their high interest savings account and for you to put your emergency fund and whatever savings that you have is Tangerine. Tangerine Bank, currently their interest rate is 1.0%, which is not a lot, but they are known to always have promotional offers. Like I finished the promo they offered to me last month and it was 3.5% for 5 months. Those offers usually come almost every time, even though right now I'm only getting 1%. I don't really have a lot of money in Tangerine anymore, but I can bet you in 2 months they're gonna text me and say they have another offer for me for like 2.50 or 3.50. So I would say maybe keep Tangerine as a backup. To me, Tangerine is a backup high interest savings account for me. EQ is my number one. Tangerine is my backup for when they have a big offer like 4% or 5. But right now I'm good with EQ for 2.50. Another high interest savings account that I know is Wealthsimple savings. I've used that before too for one money I didn't want to touch like that. Currently their high interest savings account is 1.50, which is very decent. The beauty of high interest savings account is you're just putting your money there, not touching it, but you're making interest on it, and your money is still guaranteed that you're gonna get it. So if you put $10,000 there, you still have your $10,000. Nobody's touching it. The only difference is probably get $10 on it every month, which is very nice. There's some other banks that have good high interest savings account, but usually they are kind of like promotional. I know banks like Simply are currently offering something like 3.0 something, but after 5 months it goes to 0.4, which is not that good. There's also New Financial. I think New Financial currently offers 3.25% annually. We have I'm trying to remember all the banks now. We have Manulife. I think Manulife is 2 point something%. Even traditional banks are offering good percentage now. I don't know if I've said it before, but RBC is offering like 4 point something for some months, and then after that it goes to something silly. Personally, I still have a traditional bank, RBC, where my paycheck comes into, where I do my bill payment and all of that, because if there's anything I can easily walk into the bank and sort out myself. But most of my savings and money that is not for my day-to-day use, I put them in my EQ account or my Tangerine account or my Wealthsimple account, because why would I put a bunch of money in RBC and they're not giving me anything good? Mind you, for regular people like me who have opened my account since 2017, they don't even have any offer for me. If I put $2,000, I'm probably gonna get 10 cents back in interest, and anybody got time for that when I can put less than $10,000 and make $10 per month? You see what I'm saying? So this video is just to let you know that move that money that you have right now, not your rent, not your food money, but that savings, that emergency fund, that money you want to use for something that you don't have plans for right now, that bunch of money that is not making any interest that you have in your traditional bank, move that money into a high interest savings account and let that money make more money for you. If you are just interested in opening one bank, because some people actually have multiple banks and move money around, it's not a lot of work. I've done it before, but it's not something I want to do consistently. So if you're like me and you just like having the bulk of it in one bank, EQ is that bank that I recommend. Their user interface is very nice. I've not had to reach out to their customer service before, and I've had them for almost 2 years now, and it's been good for me. Anyway, that is the information that I've come to share today. If you're in Canada already, do that right now. And if you're planning to come to Canada, have it at the back of your mind that, okay, after opening a traditional bank, if I have big money, let me put it in an online bank that offers high interest savings. That's all that I have today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.